Here we have the new and refreshed 2025 Chevrolet Suburban. Now this one comes in the LS trim level. We do get four-wheel drive on this one. Color of Summit White, and then we have jet black cloth interior. The powertrain consists of a 5.3-liter naturally aspirated V8 mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. And this sticker's for 67,820. To the front end here, we do get our standard LED headlamps along with our LED daytime running lights. And I've said this before on some of the Tahoes. Wasn't really feeling this at all when it first got shown, but as I've seen it in person and driven a few of them, I really love the front fascia. Down here we get 20-inch aluminum wheels. Passive keyless entry on all four doors. And then we have our power window controls here. One touch up and down for the front, express down for the back. Power door lock controls. And we do have power side mirrors here that also have blind spot monitors. Controls are there. And then with the four-wheel drive controls, those are gonna be right here. We can go through the drive modes there, headlamp controls, everything else is pretty self-explanatory. Even on the LS, you have the automatic park assist, so it's nice to have that. Electronic parking brake. Hood release, manual tilt, telescoping steering wheel. And here's our power driver seat, two-way power lumbar support. This one also has the all-weather floor mats included, as you can see. But I want to give a big thank you to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Suburban today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, you don't want to take advantage of that lifetime powertrain warranty, click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out your info. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on one of these or any new vehicle you might be interested in. Now I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. I'm gonna make sure the seat's all the way back. So pretty impressive space. My knees aren't touching the back of the seat at all. Seat back pockets are on both sides, which is nice, especially on an LS. Rear AC controls are here, two USB-C charge ports, and a 3-prong household plug-in. And then a view of the front from back here. And the headroom is incredible back here as well. So pretty spacious. You can seat up to 8 passengers in here. Fuel filler there. Now one of my favorite things is the updates to the tail lights. Getting those full LEDs now, just fantastic. Nice and bright when you are backing up. Still get a manual lift gate, but it's an LS, so. Storage there, and then you have access to the spare as well. And you fold these flat from back here, and you can see the difference in space, but I mean tons and tons of room, of course, with it being a Suburban. That's pretty much why you get one of these. Trailer hitch is integrated back there. And then as we come around to the rear passenger side, and then you hit that twice, you can kind of tumble it forward. It makes it easier to get back here. And then here's our front passenger seat, power with two-way power lumbar support. And that's pretty impressive in this LS, in my opinion. Love the trim there, lockable glove compartment. And not too much info on this window sticker, but you can see 14 miles per gallon city, 19 highway is what this is rated for. And then another fun fact, parts content, assembled in Texas. Engine and transmission are from the US, so. I'm wondering what's from Mexico if the engine and transmission are from America, but it's whatever. I don't really care. Now to the engine bay, 5.3-liter V8 again. This one hasn't been detailed, so luckily it's white, so it doesn't look as dirty as it actually is. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. Leather wrap steering wheel here. And I love that we get this, again, even on the LS trim level, it just feels expensive. Horn there. Now over to the screen, we also, this is something else that's standard across the board, is getting the new Google Assistant system. You get your wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. On top of that, you get your AM, FM, XM, as well as Bluetooth audio, Google News, Google Podcasts, Google Maps, of course. Go through all of that to set that up. And then your settings here, you can go to your vehicle settings, buckle to drive, rear seat reminder is all in there. And in system settings, you can change your language as well as your units of measurement. And then in your vehicle status menu, you can see your tire pressure monitors, the air filter life, all of that. You have a little animation you can go through, which is pretty neat, or just go into each menu manually. Those are also pretty cool to look at. Backup cameras there, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And then your front camera's there, same thing. And you get the bird's eye view. Now your AC controls are all in here. You have shortcuts down here, and then go to climate, and that pulls up everything. But you also have quick shortcuts down here, which is crucial to adjust fan speed, turn the whole system on or off, auto, and then you can adjust the temperature for either side there. And then in here, you can adjust your child safety locks and your auto park assist, and then a few other features as well. USB-C, USB-A port. And I said 8, but I meant to say 9, so 9-passenger setup because this seat folds up. I don't know why I thought this was just a typical center console, but bottle holders are here, storage space here, and then the typical center console cubby space is in there. And of course, lift this up, you get somebody in the middle there. So again, 3, 6, 9. And then just pull this strap here to hold that seat back down. And then you have access to your lights right here, OnStar. Vanity mirror. And I like that this is the more premium look, even though it's the LS as well. Now back to the steering wheel itself. Intermittent wipers right here. Rear wipers right here. Pull either of those ways for the rear wiper fluid. Push in here for the front wiper fluid. And then for that shifter, since it's on the column, hit the brake. Pull for neutral. Pull and down for drive. Up for reverse. Press P for park. And then in drive, you can go into your low mode. Hit that button there, and then you can use these paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. Cruise controls there, cancel, set the speed, gap adjust for cruise control or the forward collision alert can be adjusted there. Voice recognition, audio sources can be gone through there, and then mute, Bluetooth. Hit this button here, and you can go through your different gauge cluster settings there. I think it's 4 altogether. Or is it 5? All right, I think it's 5. So several different views there. Then push button starts here. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Chevy Suburban LS out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Suburban here, 5.3 V8. Pretty strong, of course, even on the longer wheelbase as opposed to the Tahoe. 10 speed still shifts very nicely under the added weight. But what I like about the Suburban, I've said this before, is I feel as if the Expedition, specifically the Expedition Max, drives bigger than the Suburban to me. I don't know if it's the steering feel, the height, what it is, but this just feels like it drives like a more typical SUV as opposed to a large SUV, if that makes sense. But we're gonna give it a little pull here. I'm not gonna put it in sport mode or thrash it, but I'm just gonna give it a little acceleration. Here we go. So gets up to speed very nicely. Adaptive cruise here. Now, where I wasn't able to pull up the window sticker, I'm not sure if this is part of a package or if it's standard on the Suburban, but for the money to have a large SUV that holds 9 people, it's pretty impressive that this is only 67 whatever I said, and you have the adaptive cruise, the Google Assistant system, dual zone climate controls. Oh, it heard me talking. But ride quality is fantastic. Again, I love how easy it is to drive something like this. Even though it's huge, it doesn't maneuver like it is. Wind noise is very good. Road noise very good as well. And just a very impressive ride coming down the interstate there. Now, as I said earlier, for the money, I think this is pretty solid. Again, you get a 9-passenger seating SUV that's very large. You also have all the additional cargo space behind the third row, whether you're using the third row or not. And just having the 5.3 V8, the 10-speed automatic, everything that you get here is pretty nice. You're not worried about a 4-cylinder turbo. I know a lot of people complain about those, even though they're pretty good engines. You're not complaining about having a twin turbo V6, all of that. You get your traditional V8. Now, not necessarily a traditional transmission with a 10-speed, it's newer, but still you are able to tow up to 7,500 pounds with a V8 engine. And it's thirsty, it is. It gets 14 miles per gallon city, 19 highway, but it is more fun to drive. It kind of, especially in sport mode, it puts a smile on my face if you put your foot into it and just let it go. But again, I think for the money, you get quite a bit here, especially if you plan on keeping this vehicle for a very long time. And with that being said, big thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for letting me drive this vehicle. I'll leave a link below in the description. But they offer a lifetime powertrain warranty, so for however long you own the vehicle, engine, transmission, drive axles are covered in the event that they have a catastrophic failure or something. But you have to keep up with your maintenance, which kind of, unless you drive this thing 400, 500,000 miles, you know, again, it's included. So if you are one of those people that does that, keeps their vehicle until they basically crap out, the lifetime powertrain warranty is a big plus that you don't have to pay extra for. But if you're trying to find something closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on one of these or any new vehicle that you might be interested in. But all in all, Suburban is still pretty solid. Tons of space, tons of usability. Not too many MPGs, but you know, the Escalade IQ is out, so if you're interested in something like that, you go ahead. But most people are still in the market for something that can tow. They don't have to worry about charging, and gas mileage is a distant worry down the checkbox. So I should say the checklist. But anyways, all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Chevrolet Suburban in the LS trim level.